if Jeremy Clarkson is to believe, this is the end of agriculture. Agriculture is dead.
Okay.
The field has ended.
Yes.
And unless it just means it's the furthest away field. It's the end field.
Well, yeah, that is the easiest interpretation. Oh, he's going to come and stand directly in front of me, as you do.
Hi, listen. Is there any actual meaning to end field?
No, it's just the name of your company, as far as I can tell.
Okay, fine. No, there's no important agriculture to be done. No, I guess.
There's some agriculture to be done, I guess. But yeah, I'm here to show Rob what's going on in Enfield in general.
Woo.
And we're here on the ship, naturally. And you've got to be on a ship.
And there's some event you needed to show me before it stops.
Yes, which is... Actually, can I... which button is that? This one. We've got 4 days. I don't want to have that loud music playing just yet, but we'll get to that.
Okay. Continue.
4 days until this event ends.
Can I just say, hang on, if you go back into the ship but looking into the main room, like up here?
Yeah, to see the thing that you hate.
Well, no, not exactly. Oh, okay. I'm not quite sure what that is, but I see what you mean. Like, I wasn't looking for the animation delay, but I thought that's an interesting LOD technique to sort of silhouette the people like that.
Yeah, and the silhouettes also still have some animation. It's like a vague representation of the animation that they're actually doing, so it kind of works pretty good. I mean, other than you hate.
I mean, other than the LOD pop-in that then happens as they transition, but like, but still, interesting technique. I'm kind of on board with it. Anyway, what is this?
Anyway, yes, this is Enfield. This is the ship, and you know, I mean, how do we describe this game in general?
Yeah.
It's a third-person action gacha thing that for some reason I started playing. Or, well, we know the reason. It has a factory in it. That's the actual reason.
It's got some factories. That's all we need to do.
I started playing it, but then I continued to play it, and I think it's, you know, I definitely like it, and
I guess it's somewhat rare to have a factory game that is surrounded in what you might argue are like AAA design aesthetics.
Yeah, I mean, it's most directly comparable to Satisfactory, obviously, because even the design of the buildings is kind of Satisfactory-esque, but obviously because the factory isn't the main game, it's like a sub-game, so it's not nearly as complicated, and we can go and see that in a minute or two, I suppose. But I guess first, I guess I need to sort of show off and explain how the combat even works. Which means I need to go to... Conveniently, in one of the fairly recent patches, they introduced this combat arena where you can just spawn enemies. So it's like, this is going to be real helpful for doing a demonstration. Okay, so I guess for the purpose of this first demonstration, I better... Oh, I don't even have the generic team any longer. I better make the generic team. Or, like, not even a full team. The starting characters team, because that will be the easiest way to explain what the hell is even going on.
Lead us in our next step forward, Administrator.
Okay.
I mean, if there's one thing that's easy to get behind in, like, the modern gacha game is, boy, they've got style.
Yes, the character designs are crazy. And then, like, the texturing, like, look at this jumper. Look at this jumper.
Yeah. It requires you to zoom in. It's almost like they knew you were going to. I'm more into the jumper's pretty detailed, but yeah, they went to town. Like, that's a very high detail carbon fiber texture.
Yeah. And like I'm not sure you can even see the bottom of the coat at any decent angle, but like this edge bit of the coat is semi-transparent, like, and it has a mountain,
like a netting,
like contour lines on it.
Yeah. Okay. Madness.
And then if you go and stand in the rain, like this whole woolness of the jumper gets wet in the way that wool looks like when it's wet, and it's like this is kind of crazy. I'll see if I can find somewhere to do that later.
I suppose it kind of makes sense because, well, this is the main character you're as, right? Is it? But you would normally not necessarily be her.
No, not necessarily. I mean, obviously, you want to play the more cool, well, not necessarily more cool, the more expensive characters.
Sure.
Not that any of them are necessarily better because of the way the combat works in this game, but so let's actually get into that. So the first thing is obviously you have your standard attack chain, where you just hold down the mouse and it does this. Which is very convenient.
Yeah.
And that last one, which in this chain is the fifth one, is like the final strike, and that causes stagger. So you have to finish the full chain to get the stagger. Let me just spawn. No, I want a single. Oh wait, also before I do this, I need to turn off my guns.
Wait, what?
Because I have my guns up here covering the combat arena to help me. But in order for this demo to be any use, I'll actually need to turn them off. Because otherwise they'll just kill everything. Okay. Yeah, I think that'll work without them draining because they have an internal battery. No, need a bigger enemy than that. Oh yeah, that'll work.
Roll the dice. A spotted Raker Beast.
Is ready for the mission.
Okay. So let me also just lure it over this end of it. So you'll see that the other characters also just attack by themselves, and that's fine.
Sure, yeah, fairly standard.
But the important thing is how the different combos are triggered. So let me just evade this first attack. So when I do my full attack sequence, it will trigger Perlica's combo. And that triggers the Administrator's combo, which applies Iridium Crystals. And then if you use the Administrator's active skill to hit him, that triggers Chen's combo, which adds vulnerability and lift and stuff.
Right, so I'm just saying, like, as far as I can tell, all I'm seeing is those little E pop-ups, and it's those are the moments where it's like, okay, you've done enough to be able to trigger the other character to come in.
Yes, basically. So, basically, the E triggers are essentially free in terms of skill points. They're just on a cooldown. So I guess I need another enemy. But like the active skills, the 1, 2, 3, and 4, when you have all 4 characters, those are the ones that cost skill points. So the idea is that you're meant to, if I go into here and look at the combo skill, they have a combo trigger. So the Administrator's one is the really simple one, when another operator does a combo. So your combo just happens immediately afterwards.
Okay, yeah.
And then Perlica's one is like when you do the final strike, so when you complete that whole attack chain, her one triggers, which is why her one comes out first, then the Administrator's one.
Gotcha.
And then Chen's one is when an enemy becomes vulnerable, which is an effect of the Administrator's active skill. So when you hit one and do the Administrator's active attack.
Okay, yeah. So you're pushing something to do a cooldown attack, essentially.
No, not a cooldown. The combo skills are cooldown. The regular attack skills are on the skill points, which if I spawn another enemy in, another reasonably powerful enemy,
okay,
you'll see that
skill points are limited in some way then? And like,
yes. I mean, I think it's maybe a bit confusing to call them skill points.
Yeah, because it's not like a skill tree. Like,
no.
Yeah.
Yeah, this dude's big enough that will...
Bone
so when I go
ballista.
When I start battle, you'll see those yellow bars just above my health in the middle.
Oh yeah. Oh, I see.
So
Kind of like a special gauge, like from, to use Hyrule Warriors is the parallel, but like
yes.
Yeah.
So you can see that all this that I'm doing isn't using any of that until I use the Administrator's active skill. That
I see.
big bunch of stuff, and they also charge up over time, and you gain extra if you do the perfect dodge.
Stab.
But yeah, you can fire off all the other characters' skills as long as you have the skill points. Nope.
I see, yeah, because that's just how this team works, right? Because it's all triggered off your starting point.
Yeah, pretty much. Apart from the Chen combo is the slightly different part because that's only off the Administrator's active skill, and it applies vulnerability. So like vulnerability is like the physical status effect. In the same way that like fire or electricity or whatever.
Yeah.
But it works on a system where you see it says it applies crush, but that crush only is a damage type that happens which consumes vulnerability. But if the enemy isn't already vulnerable, then it applies vulnerability.
Oh, I see. Okay, so it's
applying vulnerability is what triggers Chen's ability. And then her one causes lift, which also adds another stack of invulnerability, basically. So you can get up to 4 stacks of any status effect, which includes vulnerability.
Okay. Crush. I mean, lift sounds kind of like an opposite in some way. So if they've got lift, but does that matter? Like, is it if they're lifted, is there more crush? Like,
well, no, because lift is like it's a physical status effect that lifts them into the air if they're small enough. So it like disables them temporarily.
Okay.
But lift can't get rid of the vulnerability stacks. It can only add more vulnerability stacks.
I see.
Whereas crush it always consumes the vulnerability stacks unless there's 0. So crush is like how you finish the damage for vulnerability, basically. You build up stacks of vulnerability and then use the crush to convert all those stacks into damage.
Gotcha.
So now, if I go into a slightly more complicated team, like my current team, which is also another physical team. So in this one, we've got
4 members.
Yes, we've got 4. We've got a setup that requires getting a lot of stacks of vulnerability. So in this one, when I go into battle, you immediately use both Chen and Leifang's active skill, which then triggers Chen's combo, which stacks up to 3 vulnerability immediately, and that triggers this lady Mifu's combo skill, and then her combo skill triggers her battle skill, and you can fire off that like 3 different times. It's pretty ridiculous. Let's just get some big enemies in here and see if I can even do that all before they die, because this team is very high leveled.
Road plunderer.
Oh well, an axe beast, that will probably work. So this is going to happen very quickly because I'll probably be hitting these buttons fairly quick. Okay. So you go 2 and 3, gets those in, then Chen's active pulls in like that, then her combo triggers, then her active skill hits that, then Pogrenchik comes in, and then Lifebang, and then hers, and then they all die. Just do that thing.
Yeah, quite a lot going on there. Very quick succession.
Yeah.
And we're done.
Yeah, because basically what happens is you have Leifang and Chen set up to create 3 stacks of vulnerability, which triggers Mifu's combo attack, which consumes the vulnerability, and that triggers Pogrenchik, and his attack is triggered by vulnerability being consumed, his combo.
Right.
So that's why you have these 4 in a team, basically, because they just all link together in that way.
In position.
And then if we go on to like the electric team, for example. So in this one, it's not as quick to trigger all the combos. Basically, you set things up with Perlica setting up electric, and then Fungi consumes the electric, and then Arclight is triggered by consuming electric, and Antal is kind of just support. He can like focus enemies to like target them for more damage.
Oh, okay. A sort of like what's it? A bit like marking, I suppose, in other RPGs.
It is a kind of mark, yes.
This time.
So let's see if I can. Where's the biggest enemy?
Incoming! Unknown hazard!
So if I start with this, that triggers these.
Pew. Oh, 2 things pop up. So that's it.
Yes, it depends on the some teams you can get like all of their combos triggering at the same time, which is kind of insane.
So in that instance, do you actually have to push twice to say like, I want that one and that one, and then
yes.
It's interesting because like I'm just trying to. Okay, it's been a while since I toyed with Zendless, but like. I sort of almost expected it to be. There's quite a lot of like these little slowdowns clearly when something is sort of happening and it's triggering, but I almost expected it to be a bit more like in your face that that these combos are ready to go.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not that it isn't obvious. The icon's nice and clear, but sure.
That's her like finishing move where she just like turns away and then the lightning explodes them. It's extra cool.
Yeah. Cool guys never love explosions.
Yep, even when you're the one causing the explosion directly.
Well, even more reason to not look.
I suppose. Oh, and while we're here looking at the characters directly. This is the thing I keep mentioning on the podcast, is like how much goddamn animation they put into everything. Because obviously, if you go into here, into the actual character menu, you have their startup animation.
Yeah. with a nice can open.
Yeah.
I'm on board with that. Phase out, throwaway as well. Okay, nice.
And then each of these different menus has an in animation and an out animation for the weapon and the gearing screen. And then there's also one for the ability matrix, although this one's usually a bit more simple.
I mean, let's be honest, they know what they're doing, right? Like, there's an element of, these screens are, for a certain audience, are going to be a big part of why they've purchased certain characters.
Sure, although, like I also said about this game, it doesn't lean into that nearly as heavily as right. You might have thought it does. But then the other thing that, the one that where I'm like, this is totally unnecessary animation is because the characters have their whole combo chain, which in this one is broken into 4 parts. So if I just click once, it does just the first bit. They have an animation specifically for stopping the attack at any point.
Oh right, yeah. Because
obviously they have to go back to idle.
Yeah.
And okay, some of these are just it's just a go back to idle pose thing. But then
but still, they are all different. Yeah.
You have the ones where it's just this.
Right, yeah. Just have some flair.
Whole extra bit of animation that there's no reason for that to exist.
Other than it's badass.
And that one as well.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
But yeah, they all have something like that, not usually as ridiculous as some of them, premium characters or whatever.
That's neat. No, I can get into that. They should be in a weird way, maybe they need to have some rare one-off ones that just sort of randomly happen, a little bit like the old Battlefield comedy reloads.
Yeah, the comedy reloads, that would be interesting if they went that far. And obviously they will have idle animations as well. Where for some reason she starts reading the book.
Okay.
Not sure what this book is meant to signify exactly, but
I mean, given the texture detail, maybe someone can turn the camera and see what those words are.
Not quite on the text. And presumably it would be in fake space Chinese as well.
Oh, yeah, probably.
And she actually has another idle animation as well, but I'm not going to hang around for that.
Let's do some things.
So, yeah, let's actually go and look at the factory for a minute, I guess. That's the next thing to go look at. Which bit of my factory would be best to look at? Probably the bit over here, I guess.
Pure factory know-how. Oh, where the Sims like factory training in a way, and it's now you've done
tutorials.
Now you've done that. You've earned the right to build this thing.
Yeah, if you complete the tutorials, they give you blueprints, so that it's pre-made setups to make each individual thing, essentially. So for people who aren't so much into the factory stuff, you can get away with just putting down blueprints directly and make what you need to get done. So yeah, this is a chunk of the factory. This area currently has 3 areas of factory to work with, and this is probably the one that has the most different stuff in, because this is sort of where I crammed all the highest tier stuff in one go. And as you can see, it is all 2D essentially.
Right, yeah.
I mean, the pipes can go over the belts, but there's no belt ramps or anything, so it's not quite as complicated as Satisfactory's version of this. But even in the look of the buildings, it is kind of in the same vein. I mean, admittedly, it's not unusual for future tech of grey and white and brown and
sure.
Black. It's kind of normal looking stuff
with some hovery holograms all over it, just to spice it up a touch.
Yeah, and then obviously you don't try and build it from this view, you build it from this view, because it's much easier to deal with when you're not having to run a character around inside it.
Yeah, that makes sense.
But yeah, this is...
I see what you mean by the pipes as well. You were sort of like when you were... Because they're the things you can run around outside of the area, right? And
yeah, belts don't go outside the area, but pipes do. So you can run it out to all these like pools of liquid, which in most cases are obviously right next to the factory zone because that's what you need. But yeah, you can run like this one. It's like I needed this all the way around the back, so I ran it all the way around the edge.
So you never have to do like too many like super long range pipelines or anything.
No, I mean you could like. I talked about it on the podcast. There's the sewage treatment plant because at the moment, all the sewage that I'm like, some of the sewage gets used in this process, but then it goes into these little local waste treatment devices. But these just get rid of it. So if you were willing to build a really long pipeline over to like the big sewage treatment plant, the sewage can get reprocessed into like a useful liquid. But it would be so much effort. I don't see that being worthwhile.
Right.
It's like I feel like they messed that up somehow. It's like they need a quicker way to transport it all the way over there if they're going to try and make you do that.
But it's a good thing they iconize a lot of this stuff because it's like. They don't seem hugely distinctive, some of these buildings, from each other. Like
no, you wouldn't be able to really tell them apart without like all these icons showing you exactly what the building is and what it's making at the time.
Yeah. But yeah, sure looks like a factory. It's also not. Yeah, I'm sort of surprised actually that like it's not as much space as I was anticipating.
Well, This is technically a sub-factory, so this is This is as big as this area can be, but this is one of the smaller ones. So if I go back over to the main factory of this area, it's not actually that much bigger. It's probably twice as large, I think, or like 2/3 as big again, or something. It's just like I went there because this one is actually very simple because it's just the same thing repeated over and over.
Oh yeah, I see what you mean. Yeah. Yeah, that is a bit bigger.
So yeah, the main factory area is a bit larger, and obviously in this case, that's why it's the same thing over and over because it uses these very large plant generating buildings that I needed all this space for just to make this full stream of green stuff, Gironite.
Plant making, like quick hydroponics.
Yeah, pretty much. Although these plants don't even need water; they're non-water based. The plants that grow in this region need water, but these plants are imported. Kind of. They do still grow in this region as well, but
black market import plants.
Yes, and obviously for this factory, you have this convenient river right next door that you can pull a bunch of water out of.
And nobody minds?
No, because this whole place, as I mentioned, is one giant ass dam. Which then turns into like the Great Wall of China up this end, as I also mentioned on the podcast. It's like they've combined the two famous big wall type things that China has, like the Three Gorges Dam and the Great Wall of China, into one thing.
I mean, efficient.
Yes. But as you can see, like obviously there's all this water coming down through the city.
There's a bit in my head that's just thinking, well, given the way you just sort of pipe the water back out of the river, it's like, wouldn't the factory have made more sense at the top of the dam?
I mean,
or would it have been less reliable? Like the water level, I guess, is variable. I suppose the other side of a dam, but
yeah, I suppose. Although in this case, it was just like, that's just where the factory had to go.
Yeah.
That was the space they had available for you. Because this is like not even, well, I guess nowhere is technically Enfield's home or town or anything.
Or an interloper.
Yeah, pretty much. You can sort of tell because obviously in this place, all their tech is green,
yeah,
not yellow.
Orbit branding is strong.
Yeah, pretty much. And it's very like kind of a bit too on the nose cliches. Like what is the other thing that is Chinese culture? It's jade.
Yeah.
It's like just make everything jade green and that's
it. I mean, I guess. I mean, the only other thing would be red, right? Because of the flag, but that's about it, right?
Yeah.
They're the two colours.
I quickly go in here into like the main office.
Dragon office.
Yes, literally, because I already had that character out a minute ago. The lightning
I see.
fungi is the leader of this area. Let's just switch back to her, I guess.
I'm in.
A mission for me? Good.
Yes, and even she's green. Two different colours of green, in fact.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Gotta be sure the leader definitely gotta be on brand. It's allowed.
But here's where you get the real jade ass green room.
No.
Her office. And with the city hologram and everything.
Pretty fancy office.
Yep. And it overlooks the city as well, naturally.
Aye.
So yeah, that's the sort of theming of this area is like, you know, it's space China and water, I guess. It's like the theme of this whole area.
Yeah, well, yeah. There is a dam. There's a dam for a reason.
Yes, but then if we go back to like Valley 4, the original area, which is partially Enfield, the hub is like Enfield's main base, but then it's all UWST, which is like the United Workers Syndicate of Talos 2, I guess.
It's Talos 2, the planet.
Yes, Talos 2 is the planet. And they're like just the sort of generic workers. So as you can see, Enfield's base is traditionally grey and yellow. Yeah. As you would expect.
A bit more standard concrete.
Yes. And then if we actually go, I don't know if could I even get to a bit of UWST base? I suppose the byproduct base is more UWST. Not that it's super different, it just has the more like pure concrete and the UWST branding on it. So yeah, this area is much more industrialized.
Yeah.
Straight industrial. I mean, it's still green out in the middle bits.
But still fairly concrete inside.
Yes.
I would say concrete is the main thing.
Yes, definitely concrete. So yeah, as you might gather from this, like running around in the open world, it's like I consider it. I think maybe one of the reasons I liked it is because it reminds me a lot of Guild Wars 2.
Oh, okay.
Just like running around, it feels in that way. Like you can't climb or anything; you can only jump. So there's no like Breath of the Wild scaling walls or anything. So it does have that feel of that kind of MMO-esque world. It's not quite so event-like with how
Stuff
Guild Wars 2 had the points around it. It's more just like clusters of enemies around the place.
Sure. And
then you fight them and find a chest or whatever.
So yeah, a bit more standard RPG like, I guess.
Yes. Look at these guys doing press ups and that one guy fighting a turret that's randomly spawned in here. Or not randomly spawned by another player, but like the ghost turrets.
The Death Stranding.
Yes.
So it's a Strand game.
Yep, it sure is. And you can do transport missions.
Oh, great.
Which I might have even been able to show you, except I don't think I can because I think I've already done the daily limit of missions. But you can see on the map here, like these lines are where my zipline routes go. So if I go down to here,
and are those things you can build as well wherever you want?
Yes, you can make the zip lines go where you need. So this zip line is specifically for collecting like the rare resources that spawn around here, around these things. So on the map, there's like several of these points, which at the moment also say 4 on them because it's like 4 out of 8.
Oh, I see.
Waiting for them to regrow. So I built this like zip line route that just runs between them all. So I don't have to use the teleporters and I can just go directly to where all the points are. And it is fairly it's fairly unrestricted and a bit liberal about how much it will let you clip through stuff.
Right.
But you do still have to have a reasonably clear line of sight between each of these towers to make it work. And then if you see that one that's marked blue, that's a ghost tower from someone else. So you can also get other people's zipline routes as well. in your world.
Right, and it just becomes somewhere you point. I see, you just point to it.
Yeah. So that's the like
convenient.
That's how you're building out these like power lines to power all the zip lines, obviously. And in this area, you have to literally like drag a cable between them, and you have a limited length, which I think people disliked because in the second area, you just merely have to put the next tower within the distance, and it auto connects.
Oh, okay.
I think they realized that this was kind of annoying. Where you have to like, especially if you're trying to do it precisely, where you're like, oh, how close to 80 meters can I get?
Right, yeah. How straight a line can I make?
Yeah, and because it is like, it depends on where you've run. Like, it's not a...
Yeah, it's not a perfect straight line. Yeah, you've got to make the straightest line.
Which also makes it really inconvenient if you're going... You can't do it uphill, you can only do it downhill.
Oh, that's interesting.
Because, like, you can fall off a cliff in a straight line, but because you can't climb, you can't lead a power line up a cliff.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I get... But maybe you have to, right, at times, or...
Well, or if you want to make it a shorter length, because obviously, like, even if it's just like this, where you can't jump up this high, you'd have to go, like, around this far, and you'd use up like an extra 20 meters of cable or whatever.
Yeah. But then could you, like, correct that later? Like, so you run a long cable up to a relay post just to consider that, and then you make another relay post, another length of cable out, and then link that last relay back to the first one by jumping off a cliff.
Because when you're setting it up, it doesn't necessarily matter that the relays aren't powered at the time. You can like build the one at the top first and then link backwards from it to the one that's powered.
Okay. Yeah, in which case, who cares? That's fine.
Yes. It's just slightly inconvenient in cases where you have to like actually have to teleport back up to the top of the cliff because there's no other route back up or whatever. But yeah, on the map you can see all my power lines as well. These are the ones that are linked by these yellow lines. And obviously it all comes out of your main factory, and your power grid is battery based, so you have to manufacture actually we go up to this factory. I think this is even where I make all the batteries for this area.
Okay, yeah, all right. So there is actually a limit to how much you can build in the area.
Up here is how much power I'm making versus using. These are all the battery. Yeah. Yes, although I'm actually making way more batteries than I'm using in terms of power, so I'm selling the extra ones for money, basically. This is where the power plant is. It's very small, considering how much stuff you can run off it. And then obviously that power also applies to all your gun turrets, if you've got them attached to the grid, and all the zip lines you power as well.
So why would you need to... I guess I'm not really understanding why you would need the turret part of it, like...
Well, in some cases it's just convenient, where it's just like particularly for those cases, sort of like that combat arena where you know enemies are going to spawn, it's just like, well, why not put some gun turrets down and make the fight easier and quicker? If it's going to be something you're going to grind repeatedly. Okay,
so yeah, it doesn't take away from what you'd gain out of the fight.
No. It still just all counts as your kills or whatever.
I just sort of
drop the same stuff.
Because like elsewhere, I guess you don't get... If the sort of enemies are sort of bunched in usual spots, right? They're not going to just randomly come at your factory, right?
No, there's no like base defense element to it. It is just like, well, apart from the literal tower defense game mode, but that's a slightly different thing. Can I even show that? I don't know if I go to one of the bases that can be attacked. Because I've completed them all already and it's just like a one-time thing.
Okay.
But essentially you have a... God, this factory's quite dense. Where is it even in this space? Oh, it's here. The early warning terminal. You have a traditional like tower defense route so that the enemies come down. So you can see where you need to set up the turrets to defend against the waves of enemies coming in.
I see. Fully secure.
And then there's different tiers of it.
There isn't just a straight up go to battle button.
Oh yeah, I guess so. And then you have the two different versions: the one where your team can also fight, and the one where you have to rely purely on turrets.
Oh, okay, interesting.
So I guess I can actually start this up. So you see now it's rendering it in the actual world. You can see where the paths are, where the enemies are going to come in when they're attacking this point up here. And then from there you can deploy the turrets and whatnot. Am I even carrying any turrets? Oh, I am. But yeah, it's you put the turrets down and then you connect them to the grid and they have an area effect and they do different things. fairly standard
Yeah.
tower defense kind of stuff. Get out of this mode without starting it. Oh, okay. So yeah, that's the tower defense part.
Huh.
But now we can go on to some of the other
what's this event?
time limited stuff, and I guess I kind of also want to show a small bit of story stuff.
Okay.
Spoilers, I suppose.
Spoilers.
Although this whole thing kind of is spoilers anyway, because obviously I can't undo my progress. Which I think they might want to change in the future. Like, there's no way to go back to play story segments.
Oh, interesting.
So, like, once
right,
you played them once, it's just like, you better remember what happened.
Yeah, but before the next few months pass, before the next content drops.
Before the next patch.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah, so I wonder
guess
if they
that's
might
what
change that
YouTube's
eventually.
But
Well, sure, you could just watch someone else play it. So if I open this menu again, this is like the stuff menu. All the different random things, some of which I've already done, obviously. You got your weeklies, you got the current character's combat drill, so you can like test him out.
combat drill. Come here.
Yeah, I'm not intending to get him, but I guess we can just jump in here for a sec. Because I'm fully free to playing this, so I'm seeing, like, I looked at it the other day, the total character list, to see how good that was.
Right.
And I think I have, like, slightly more than 50% of the characters.
Oh, okay.
With just a little bit of luck, I think I got, like, one where I just got a character I wasn't trying to get just on pure luck. So yes, the new guy is well, as you may or may not be able to tell, he's a vampire, I guess. Oh wait, there's one easy way you can tell, which is his special dash animation.
Wait, I bet I can tell what it is. Yeah, it's bats.
It sure is bats.
Bats.
But yeah, his thing is, you have like, he has another kind of mark, basically, where you have a bat that hovers around the enemy.
What is going on with
up.
has she got tails under there? What is going on with that skirt? It's it's got like a serving plate on the back.
Yeah,
or is she just well caked? Like,
it's the ring thing that is her like as part of her ultimate attack, and the dress like hangs off the back of it.
Oh, interesting. Okay, it's solid. All right. Got a little paddling pool on her. Like, yeah, that's fine.
You set up the bats, and then there's stuff that happens.
Set up the bats. Is this like the first vampire? Are there other vampires?
I think that, this is the first one you get to play. I don't think there's been any other ones in the story.
I mean, I'm fairly interested in the social acceptability of vampires in this universe.
Well, vampires is like a whole weird thing, because like there's a bit of lore that this is really the first time they've gone into it in this game, and I don't really understand like how it mixes with the sci-fi-ness, because it's also called witchcraft.
Right.
Like his ability with the bats and stuff, the blood magic, I guess, he calls it witchcraft, and it's like, what does that mean?
So they're not like, is it just his? Is he just a dude who makes that choice? So is this vampire? Is he part bat? Because I guess we haven't talked about that. Like this game's things that everyone are like
species.
Yeah,
right.
Everyone's like an animal hybrid, right?
No, I believe. So he's got that halo, which I believe means he's a what they call sancta, which I think is like a sort of generalized race of like all the sort of godly classes, like, well, demons obviously, and then like probably angels, probably vampires, all that kind of stuff.
Right, so there are like, okay, I don't even, I guess godly I suppose is the best description, but like, non-animalistic. So he's not like part bat just because he's a vampire. Like that's not just how you just happen to be part bat if you're a vampire. Like.
Well, maybe, because I think he talks about his abilities that they're kind of special. Like his abilities might only be the ones that are like this.
I mean, it would be interesting if if you were a vampire cow or something, and like that meant you had a completely different set of capabilities. Just leaving the door open, for later on. Just saying.
Yeah, I suppose. And you also get because this lava
the ring comes off. The ring comes off.
You get to see her like ultimate attack where the ring turns into part of a super weapon or whatever. Because you can actually just switch which character you're playing in your team, which sometimes helps because it's like, if you're playing a ranged character, it makes it easier to stay out of certain types of attack or whatever.
Yeah, that's definitely in other sort of action gachas that I've seen, like that tends to be a mechanic, right? So like certain combos do just swap you.
Although that's like why this one is slightly different as far as I know, is because your team is always on the field. You're not like literally switching between them even when you're activating their skills. They just like run up and do their skill essentially.
Right. Yeah.
So you're
not suddenly taking control of one
character.
Right. Okay. Yeah, that is a little. Is that a little different? I guess I don't know. I don't have no.
Yeah.
It's that thing they started to encourage in whatever the latest Hyrule Warriors game is called. What's the subtitle? I've forgotten.
Age of Imprisonment.
That's it. Yeah. Is that coffee with one F over there? Kofi.
No, there's two Fs. There's just like a bar in the way.
I was like, that's comedy. No. That's their flair on this world. Everything is slightly misspelled.
Well, that's the flair in our world, like Tumblr and all that stuff.
Yeah, no, but just like every word is slightly off. That'd be kind of funny.
What do I want
like
to
do? Talk should be spelt with a W, not an L. Talk.
T-A-W-K, I guess.
Talk. Yeah, there you go.
But then that sounds more like talk with a Q. Q-E.
Oh, well, yeah, I guess. Talk. I'm biking my way through this conversation.
You just teleport back up to the ship. Whenever I'm loading into like these individual combat rooms that I'm about to go into, you load back onto the ship first, so when you come out of them, it doesn't take so long to load again.
Oh, I see.
Not that it takes that long to load or anything, saves a bit of time. Because if you go into this menu, which is like, these are all the things that you can grind essentially based on your daily energy, which is called sanity in this case.
Okay.
So you have like grinding for the various leveling up materials and whatnot, and for weapon upgrades.
Right.
And then you have replay all the bosses, grinding for special materials, grinding for weapon upgrade components, and then this is just another type of boss, which I'm not even sure why it's in a different menu, but they put it in a different menu.
Crag Howler.
But yeah, what I wanted to show just for bosses is this is technically the most recent boss. So this is major spoilers, I suppose.
Spoilers. Awooga. Maybe I need to get that sound effect out of the crate. Hang on. Oh. There it is.
And also, I'm only going to do this at the lowest tier, and I'm going to try and do this with like the canonical team, like the actual administrator team. Because these are the only three that ever show up in cutscenes. So it's like,
yeah, which is kind of odd, really.
Yeah,
but I guess saves them quite a lot of effort.
Yeah, I mean, there would be ways to do it if they're not pre-rendered cutscenes. You could just like have the other characters appear briefly in the background at the start of the rest of the cutscene, and then these guys like take over. Sure,
stand around, or maybe have like one line of dialogue or something they add, or every now and then.
Yeah. So let's see if I can do this boss with the canonical team. But yeah, this boss is probably the most interesting in terms of mechanics, because you have the you have the big shockwave, and then you have the big shockwave that you need to do this for.
Are we doing this fight in the office?
Yes, this is in the office. More spoilers, I suppose.
Yeah, okay. No, I think all right. I'm piecing it together in my head. I've got my own cannon now.
Now.
Slapped.
Oh, and when you see that red ring, that's a charged skill, which means you can interrupt it by
okay,
basically hitting them with any of your skills. And in this case, you can hit them with the lightning strike from your jump attack. So she's going to do the... Ow! No, I mistimed that real bad.
Pew. Kind of digging this background music.
Yes, that is another thing that this game is, well, and the original Arknights is famous for, is like the ridiculousness of their music. Oh, I got it that time.
I mean, maybe that's an underappreciated subgenre, the epic choral dub. Like, combine all those supers.
Well, we're getting there, or at least I'm getting through the first phase. That's the easy bit. Actually, the second phase isn't even that much more difficult.
You haven't even seen my final form.
No, indeed, you have not. Because
King.
Beyond Lightning Sword is there.
I'm gonna parry this presumably like fail-safe device that was falling upon us. Okay, now she flies. I mean, I guess she had big wings, so you know that's not surprising.
But now she's got more bigger wings. She just turns into a dragon, obviously.
Winger.
She is a dragon to start with. She turns into a real dragon.
So are these? I got casual remark. Like I know you. I mean, wow, your system is handling this incredibly well. Like 60 frames per second, burning only like 16% GPU. Like because these are all on screen. Yeah, these are all on screen right now. But still, like, it's not pushing your machine at all, and it still looks pretty good.
If I turn it up to like the 120, it
now it's struggling a little bit harder.
Starts having problems.
I was about to say, then it was struggling a little bit harder. We're up to 50 now, but still not bad.
Yeah, like at 120 it struggles slightly, but you have to remember that, of course, this is also a phone game.
Yeah, I know. That's why I thought that to myself earlier, because that's why the UI is kind of laid out as it is, right? And why the buttons are kind of always on screen. Yeah.
Although obviously the phone version changes that even more than that.
Sure, I'm sure those will be massive, right? Those, and perhaps some of the when you were like going around in the world, right? There was an awful lot of icons in that top right that probably aren't on screen all times on the phone.
Yes.
Is this like the one vanguard for like designing efficient games left? Like it's like, well, we're going to target mobile, and it's like, well, okay, you better make this run pretty well.
I suppose, yeah.
Or at least make it hella scalable.
And also, obviously, can also point out that this is in fact a Unity engine game.
But okay, yeah,
a heavily modified Unity engine, but it's not Unreal, basically.
It's not unusual. I mean, does Unreal 5 work well on phones? I guess Fortnite's on phones.
I have no idea.
But, like, in fairness, like, I mean, I guess fairly standard opinion. Mobile gaming is just like not a thing for me because your phone lasts about 20 minutes.
Yeah, exactly.
I like having a phone that is on, just for it to actually function as a phone.
Oh, right, I always forgot about this bit.
Cutscene, sort of. No, for your teammates.
Yep, they get locked up and you have to kill them while trying to avoid all the other random bullshit that's going on. Nope, lagged a bit on that one.
Oh, yeah. I mean,
ow.
Good use of the jade floor, I suppose, to just like throw reflections everywhere.
And then this huge ass attack, which is really easy to avoid by just like standing over here.
Doopy-doo. Oh yeah, just run outside the zone. Yeah, classic. Incoming. Oh, she overdid it.
Oh, I didn't think I was in range for that, but just barely.
And then fail 7. Annihilate.
Time for some murder.
Oh, there we go.
Fielders.
The funny thing about that is that, like, in the game, in the actual story, you don't even see that death animation because it goes through a cutscene.
Oh, right, of course. Right. Well, I guess they thought ahead.
Yeah.
It's like
Obviously,
they knew they were going to make you do it. Yeah, again, as part of the...
yes.
Nothing has been claimed, so that was pointless, basically.
Well, yeah, because I'd already done that rerun of it. Because it has, like, there's 3 tiers where it goes up by 10 levels each time, basically.
Okay.
But you only get...
So you haven't done 2 yet, but you can't yet do 3 because you haven't done 2.
Yes. And 3 is the only one that you can repeat for rewards using the sanity.
Oh, okay. Right. So it's free. So it's free to attempt until you get up to the hardest level, and then it costs you. Like, cause I see your re-crisis is worth quite a lot of sanity before you can actually attempt that one.
Yes, this one.
Another
thing about
another reward's worth it. Like, really?
Well,
is it worth just sitting back and waiting until like the next content patch?
Well, the trouble with sanity is, like, you don't get very much. Like, as you can see, it's like 360 is the maximum. That takes 37 hours to get to 360.
Right. Yeah.
Which means on a daily basis, you get about slightly more than 120, a little bit more than that, probably nearer to 180. So you can do, like, these that are 80, you can probably do 2 of these per day. And obviously, because it has a cap, you have to come in every day to do that if you're going to do that.
Yeah, of course.
Because otherwise it caps out at 360.
Yeah.
So it is kind of a trickle, but, you know, it's what you spend the sanity on, essentially. There's not really any other things to do with sanity apart from just grinding these materials of various different kinds, and it depends what you're trying to level up. Like, these ones from the tier 3 of the boss reruns are for, like, the final tier of your skill upgrades. These ones at the end are called mastery. So you need, like, in this case, I need 16 of this blue square thing.
Some D96 steel. Wait,
Yep,
sorry,
apparently.
it's a steel of 96 dice sides.
Yeah, it's a D96 dice that's made of steel.
Yeah.
I wonder if you can make a D96. Like, is that one a polygon that works?
I mean, it probably is, but it's probably not regular, right? It's probably not got regular shapes.
Yeah, probably not.
Not the same one shape.
So that was the boss refight, but now we should get into the actual mode that I was talking about, the thing that's going away in 4 days.
Timed event. The coup de grace of this video. So you'll never see again if you haven't been playing this, I suppose.
Well, I mean, not quite, because this is clearly a mode that they're going to bring back, because in the original Arknights, this is a thing that they've been doing for a long time.
Okay.
But so this mode is like, it's a preset set of waves of enemies, but you have all these modifiers that you can turn on and off that make it more difficult.
Oh, interesting. So it's but presumably increased rewards for turning stuff on?
Kind of, because this is another problem with this kind of mode, is that, like, because it was a time limited mode, you only have like a certain amount of points you can even get from increasing the difficulty. And obviously I did that and I got it all.
Right. So, yeah. So I see. So, like, you could potentially increase the difficulty to get through it faster, but you don't have to.
Yeah, kind of. There are, like, you have to get to a certain level of difficulty to unlock everything, just from, because if we go into this, as the music is ridiculous, but it's like there's a 5, 10, 15 and 20 gate on the difficulty levels to get a large amount of the rewards.
Petrified.
So if I go into this mode with what I've got set up here at the moment, so these ones, what have we got? You've got your combo skills recharge quicker, but your battle skills do less damage. Enemies get more resistance the more stacks of status effects you have on them. You can't switch which person you're controlling, which is actually kind of a nice one to just have for free because it doesn't matter in most teams.
Yeah, okay, that kind of makes sense.
When you get solidified, it lasts 15 seconds instead of like 5 like it usually does. And you get tougher enemies in the 3rd and 4th waves. And this is only difficulty 10, which shouldn't be a problem. So let's just blow through this, and then I'll turn it up.
Turn it up.
Also break the limit.
We turn it up. So what's the in-world explanation for these random trials that you could control?
Well, I mean, it's all based on like the protocol space, like that weird data's realm that the administrator has access to, where it just stores information somehow, which is why you can control it in some way. I'm not exactly sure what the exact lore reason for this specific setup is.
Okay. So we're not in the data space now, just having a data fight.
Well, yeah, I think in this case we technically are in a protocol space. Yeah, that was wave 1. And then if you've haven't got the things turned off on that prevent you from getting health, you get a little bit of health in between each wave.
Right, yeah. Green orbs. Slimy things. Gotta have a slime.
Funnily enough, these slime things and those things I was just fighting, the rock monsters, are technically the same thing.
Oh. Weird.
It's just these ones, the slimy blue ones, are from the second area, from Wuling, because they're water-based rather than earth-based, basically.
I see. They're just elemental, but they have sort of a generic elemental in a way.
Yes, they inherit whatever the local environment is, essentially.
Ow. What?
Yes, that's her. Like, her battle skill has 3 steps where it's like you have the first step you're almost never going to see me do because if you reach the 3 stacks of vulnerability, you skip that step essentially.
Oh, okay.
With her combo skill. So when that happens, her combo skill, that skips the first step, and then the second step is the punches, and then the third step is like the big punch that goes through everything.
Big punch. Like that. Pew.
Oh, and now we have the enemy that I usually kill real quick because I hate fighting this guy. This is where I usually use all the Ubers. Or ultimates, I guess they're called.
I'll sacrifice my drink for you. Generic bright lights.
Yep, it's a bunch of stuff happening. That's why I tried to explain it first, because like you wouldn't be able to tell what this shit was going on even slightly if I had explained it. And even then,
yeah. Even then. Lifted. The Lighthouse family are here. UK pop reference, there you go. From the 90s. Not that I'm dating myself here at all. But...
more so than just we're old.
Yeah, we're old. Old men playing an anime game.
Yep, we sure are.
Let's go. He did. He's got holy bits. He's got weird hollows. Oh, I didn't even realise that guy was here.
Yeah, he's not super relevant to the whole rest of the combo that you have, but you know, his ultimate is there with his troops turning up.
So I'm not seeing like how you're firing off certain characters' ultimates.
So the ultimates are like when it's charged, which is when that little icon above the main icon is lit up. You just hold down the same button
Oh, okay.
for the character's base skill.
So when you get the combo pop up, you can instead go, no, actually, like, go bigger.
No, you can do it at any time. It's just like the battle skill. Instead of just pressing one, you hold one.
Oh, I see. Right.
So that was like 10 difficulty.
Yeah, that seemed like unchallenging.
Yeah, no problem. Mainly because of the ones I picked. If we just clear all those out, and so look at some of these other ones. This one just makes you 40% weaker.
Okay.
You've got the enemies do 80% more damage.
Out.
You've got the one that just reduces the time limit, which is kind of whatever. You've got enemies have more health. You've got your damage drops when you apply a status effect for that status. So whenever you apply vulnerability, you do 90% less physical damage for 10 seconds, essentially.
Oh,
which is real bad.
So what would that mean? Like, if you can hold on to that status effect and then capitalize on it 10 seconds later, assuming it stays there for 10 seconds.
Yeah, basically, it happens when you apply the vulnerability.
Yeah.
So if you apply the vulnerability and then wait 10 seconds before you consume the vulnerability with whatever you're doing that with, like Crush, then you would still get the full damage.
Yeah. Okay.
You've got the person you're controlling takes 100% extra damage. So you can stack that with the one that also just means the enemies deal more damage as well.
Right.
Then you have the really impossible one where, like, the low-level version, you get less stamina regeneration for your dodge. The high-level version, you just can't dodge. Oh,
that seems problematic. So, like, do you have an alternative? Like, is there
really.
Like, defense?
Like, because the trouble is, obviously, normally you can dodge out of animations. So if you don't have that ability, you can animation lock yourself into an attack real easily. And also, you obviously can't dodge most of the enemy's attacks the normal way. Some of the, like, ground-based attacks you can jump to avoid.
Sure.
So you still have that option.
Huh. Yeah. Like, that strikes me as how?
Yeah, it's very difficult. I think I did that on, like, 15 difficulty once. It was real difficult. And then you have the no healing between waves. You only get one ultimate, and then they do 0 damage after that.
Oh, huh.
There's this one where if you don't finish your combo chain within 12 seconds, you don't regain SP naturally. Like, your skill points don't go up over time unless you do your combo chain at least once every 12 seconds.
Combo.
You've got, like, your basic attacks suck. You've got, whenever you take damage, it reduces your max HP, so even if you heal, you have less to work with. So let me see if I can match my best record of 35, if I can remember what I even had turned on for that. Let me start from the easy ones. Okay, no healing I usually have. The 0 ultimates. These ones are actually technically sort of bonuses. The ones that give you faster combo skill but less battle skill damage. Or as an alternative to that, you have the weird one where everything that isn't your skills deals more damage. So, like, status effects and stuff, and damage over time.
Oh, okay. So if you're a poison team, that might...
Yeah, if you've built your team that way, you could use that one instead. Although I usually go with the combo one. Enemies resist vulnerability. You have the one where enemies die, they generate pools on the ground that damage you. We go with ice. We go with the counter to ice with physical. Enemies regenerate when they're under crowd control, which is kind of sometimes bad for this team.
So what's crowd control?
Crowd control is like lift and stuff, and things that affect their movement.
That can potentially take someone out of the fight.
Yeah. So in this team, the problem with having that turned on is, like, Chen's combo attack causes lift. So whenever you trigger that and the enemies get lifted, then they regenerate health.
Right. Yeah.
So you sort of have to time that around. Faster enemies is fine. Don't want that one. Don't want basics reduction. Make my controlled operator real weak. Knock off a little of the time. What are we at? 28. I'm trying to remember what I even managed to do. Enemies do more damage, it's fine. 30. What am I missing? What did I have turned on before? Slightly harder enemies on the second to last wave. Because my best is 35, so it's got to be something else around here. Not that one, I don't think. Enemy HP. Yeah, let's try enemy HP with only a slight amount of weakness. Let's try it. 35. I've done this once, and I've made it to like the last boss of the last wave a couple of times and got them down to a sliver of health and it died.
This poses a real challenge. Act with prudence.
And also, the other reason to play it on higher difficulties is there's a different remix of the music on like difficulty 20 and difficulty 35.
Oh, neat.
On difficulty 20, you get the vocals. On difficulty 35, if I survive long enough to get to the wave where it happens, you get the like weird glitch remix.
Huh.
Oh, they've all spaced out really awkwardly to start with. This is not actually helpful at all. As you can see, they're regenerating a lot every time I hit them in the air. And there's the death pool that you don't want to stand in.
But I guess you stand in it a little bit because you have to, because it just appears right then.
Well, basically, it only affects you after a second, so you have like a tiny amount of time you can stand in it.
Are the AI operators like
yes, they
smart
are smart enough to not stand in it.
Okay.
I mean, they're doing it a little bit here, but you can see they keep dodging back. Oof, that's a bit close. Caused it to regenerate a bit there, but that should be good for the combo.
Yeah, take a regen in order to then knock it back down later. I don't know. That looks like it went mostly up. Oh, there it goes. That's all right now.
Okay, that was wave 1.
Okay. That took longer.
Yes. And the thing is, like, this being a challenge mode, of course, there's insane people doing insane things. And I've seen one of the videos of people doing it ridiculously where you can... Ah, shit. I got frozen. You can beat this thing with one character at difficulty 42 if you know how to run that character very precisely.
Huh. But no combo skills.
Well,
except comboing off yourself, I guess.
Yeah, unless they can trigger their own combo. Oh shit, I'm already at like half health. This is not going particularly well.
Knocked down.
Now we have the slightly dangerous stage of this one where this boss appears and its little assistant.
Oh, right, so the boss layout's like always the
the
same.
enemy layouts is fixed.
Right.
Oh, I died. Well, I'm not sure I'm going to be able to do this with my partial team.
No resin.
Well, no, not in this mode. Because you also, in case you hadn't been able to tell, you don't get like healing items or anything like you usually do. See,
I guess this fairly dramatically affects your combo now, right? Because you're missing a member.
Yeah, because I'm not triggering it the usual way. But the thing is, like, this team can still use the vulnerability stats because I don't usually use Bogranchik's actual active skill because his one also consumes vulnerability. So when I have Mifu, she's the one consuming the vulnerability, but I can use his as like an alternate version. Oh, crap.
She gonna die.
This is... I might get through this guy. Oh, I did. We get to hear the ridiculous music. Until I fail.
That's brilliant strategy.
The world's gone a bit red.
Ow! Shit.
Puke.
Yeah, I don't think I'm going to get much further than this.
That's the big yellow zone of that ultimate too.
Well, unfortunately, it knocks down mainly, so that mainly just healed them.
Oh. Can actually use combo skill.
Yes, if you see that message comes up, it's usually because I'm pushing it when the character is not available for some reason.
Right, yeah. Your muscle memory's kicking in.
Yes. Yeah, I don't think I can actually even kill these guys because I keep knocking them down and it keeps giving them their health back.
Right. I guess you can't swap to the other guy who might not have knockdown, or...
I have to work out whose bit of the combo is the bit that does that. Oh, well, never mind. I guess he's dead now. It doesn't matter. Well, I think we've just Progranic left as... Yeah, he's just going to die.
What? And...
Well, yep. 35 is very difficult. That's as high as I've ever got. I mean, technically my team is... Well, my team is almost fully maxed out. Obviously not potential, which is like duplicate characters. Because I'm not paying money to do that shit.
Yeah, right,
That's insane.
But the probability of that happening in free is like super low, right?
Yes, basically. Well, for the the big characters, you're not going to get that. For the other major characters, like even him, I've got up to 4. Like you can get those characters a bit more. But yeah, they're like this blue symbol means the equipment is maxed out. Weapons go up to 9 on the first 2 stats, and you can only get the last one higher if you level up the weapon with multiple copies of itself, which again, same situation for the character.
Right, yeah.
So yeah, that team is pretty much maxed out, so I think I'm probably not going to be able to go any further than 35. Well, maybe I might be able to squeeze a few more in if I can find the exact combo of like different abilities, which ones of these I can turn off or on to slightly make it better. But yeah, that's the cool mode.
Or maybe find a different combo of like downgrades or something that can work in your favor.
Well, yeah, or try a completely different team, like build a team that uses, because that team is vulnerability and physical damage, so I could try an elemental team and then switch to that other one where the like damage over time and stuff does more damage, and see if you could make a team with that.
Yeah. Assuming you can, play a survivable style as opposed to a...
Yeah, because like the electric team, I have tried it a couple of times with them, and that's fair, because they're all ranged attackers, basically. So you can sit a bit further back off all the melee enemies, certainly. But the trouble with the electric team is that her ultimate is where the real damage is, and if you've got that turned on, that debuff that you only get it once, you only get it once.
Yeah. Yeah, I can see why you think this may return again in other it might come back, because if they've only got one like wave pattern at the moment, then it's like fairly easy to just say like, well, yeah, here's the event again, but this time new wave patterns, go nuts. Yeah,
different wave patterns, different debuffs, possibly.
Potentially, yeah,
invent some more.
Yeah, different matrix of difficulty sliders. Is there like a bear / panda guy on the list? Sweet. Japan. Yeah, okay.
He's Japan.
He is definitely Japan.
Do I have a team that I can use him in? If I just quickly jump back to the... Oh, no, not that map. So jump back to the combat arena for a sec. Because I think I had a team that had him in for a while. Because he's also another physical, like, vulnerability stacker. His trigger is like 4 vulnerability stacks, I think. Or is it 3? it might be free again. But yeah, you need to stack up vulnerability for him as well.
Who doesn't like a swag panda though? It's just
exactly.
All operators
Did I have him in a team? We have my classic
for the mission.
physical team, the new physical team, the electric team, the attempted an ice team. I guess I didn't. Who does he go with? He goes with Rosie and I forget. Oh no, it's Rosie and Akakuri, and then him and Wolfguard, I think was the team I was using.
If you're the one calling the shots, I'll be right behind you.
So in this case, Rosie, her combo trigger is both vulnerability and elemental effects have to be applied at the same time. Just overload this.
Let's hit it, team.
So to trigger Rosie's combo, you have to have elemental and vulnerability, which you do by Akakuri and Japan immediately, and then that triggers hers. And then that gets you to 3 stacks of vulnerability immediately, and then if you hit them with 1 more stack, that triggers Japan's combo as well. Or I'll just die, maybe.
nearly, not quite.
Or I'll kill them before I get to 4 stacks, which is also possible.
Is one of the stacks like leaving too early? Is that sort of half the problem?
Yeah, they can wear off if it stays for too long.
I'm trying to watch the like symbols down the, like where I would tell. I guess is vulnerability that like crossed sword symbol.
Yeah.
Does it get a 2 on it if it's stacked or?
No, it's the little segments of the ring around the outside.
Oh, okay.
Which is why it only goes up to 4. Oh, there it is. Donk.
It's a giant walk.
Yes, he is the pan with the pan.
Yeah, I guess I should have seen that coming.
And also, maybe you haven't noticed in the mess, but Rosie is the one that has the 2-step combo. Like when her combo triggers. If I'm actually going to get the combo trigger again. Oh, she died. Her combo is the one where you get a half step from the first hit and then you have to time the second one.
Oh, interesting. Okay. No, I haven't been spotting that.
Teamwork.
Now I'm playing as the fan, which I never even do. He's a great sword user.
He's got a butt stomp. Butt stomp. I feel like that walk attack needs much more of a dong.
Yeah, maybe. It's kind of a wind attack though because it causes lift. I don't like.
Okay, yeah, he maybe doesn't. He's not actually really hitting them with it. I guess it's wafting them.
But the combo attack where it's a downwards hit feels a bit more like donkey. A bit more donkey.
Donkey. Dong adjacent. I think it's probably just because I recently watched Bullet, and there's there's a panda in that. That's like a main character for most. It's just like, yeah, I'm getting some vibes here.
Yes, I mean he is the only one that's like full animal.
Yeah,
obviously you have Antal, who's like more animal than usual.
Right, yeah, got a full on face.
But everyone else is just tails and ears, as you would expect. Apart from the ones like, obviously she's got the halo because she's whatever the Sancta, one of the god races.
Oh right, yeah, I see.
And then everyone else, it's a bunch of horns and ears and such.
Animals. So you're missing half the characters. Are like in this list, right? Is that what you're implying through through your current free-to-playness? And you're
if I go in,
you're quite deep into this is the other thing as well. So you're putting a lot of time into this. Like, so
well, the thing is, like, I'm not entirely sure how much you would have to grind to keep up with the character pulling currency specifically.
Right.
Because you get a lot of that fairly easily from like the dailies and weeklies, but those don't require that much commitment, I wouldn't have said.
Apart from the fact you've still got to do it daily.
Sure.
Yeah.
But it can be as quick as like 5 minutes if you only do very specific things.
Oh, okay, right, yeah.
So if I go into the portrait gallery, you can see the ones that I don't have that are grayed out. So I've missed 3 at the moment out of, I believe it's 8 or 9. So approximately 50%.
Okay, well, still. Yeah, doesn't seem that bad.
And just to finish this video off, because you have to do it, I specifically saved up the free pulls for this guy's banner. You get basically 10 for free every time a new character comes up, essentially free. There's like, you buy 5 of them with this currency that there's almost nothing else you need to buy with apart from them.
Right. So what do you mean by banner, sorry?
Banner is what they call, when the character is the main character of the thing. So in this case, it's Camille's banner, and he's the guarantee after 120 pulls or whatever. If I go and look at where they have to tell you all the information.
Oh, sorry. So when they're the banner character, like, so if they're the banner character and when they're the current featured one,
yes,
right? Is that what you mean? Okay.
Yes. So once you do, if you spend 120 pulls on this banner, you get him guaranteed. But whenever you hit the 6-star probability, you have a 50% chance of it being him and a 50% chance of it being the rest of them, essentially.
I see.
Okay. Well, not every one of the rest of them. It's like the previous 2 banner characters and like the 5 standard ones are on the other half of the 50%. So yeah, it's a whole probability. So as you can see, like.
But then if you dupe, that's what adds to that star thing. Yes.
So if you get more, but as I said, like you'd have to spend so much money to duplicate any of these characters because it doesn't even. It's 120 to guarantee him, but then like to get a duplicate, it's like another 240.
Oh right, so like the guarantee rate halves each time.
Yes, essentially. Well, not each time. I think only 240 every time after that.
Okay, right. So getting the character is what 120, but then from there on.
Yes, the dupes after that are expensive. But yeah, and then like approximately every 80 you get a random 6-star, so that's what they call the 50-50, where you have a 50% chance of it being him, so you can get him early essentially. Or maybe I'll just pull him immediately on this first attempt.
Right. So and he classes a. So so the operators are ranked as well. So he classes as a 6-star operator, does he? Then
yes. But all the banner characters are 6-star basically.
Okay.
They're never going to put a non-6-star in the banner, which makes the star system, as ever, kind of irrelevant. Sure. Like a lot of these games do.
S tier, double S.
Yes. So let's just run this just so we can see the animation, of course. But maybe I'll just get lucky on the 0.8% chance and just get him for free.
All right, let's do it. 0.8. Good odds. Better than the lottery. Let's go.
You'll be able to tell immediately by what colour this is.
It's got a yellow.
No, it's only yellow.
What does that mean?
That's just 5-star. You're basically guaranteed a 5-star in every 10. So.
Oh, and it just does all 10 at once. Yes,
because they want to make you
do it quickly,
basically.
Yeah.
And then you can see, it does this animation sequence for each of them.
Hi.
Sometimes the same person multiple times because all the 4-stars. There's not that many 4-stars to choose from.
Right. Yeah. So these get leveled up real quick, right?
Yeah, you max them out pretty much immediately.
Got anything to say?
Hi.
What 5-star did I even get? Skip reading them out. No, it's just Chen. An extra Chen.
Endmin. She said Endmin.
Yep, she sure did say Endmin.
Lol.
Also, in case you didn't hear, her name is Chen Yu.
Oh, is that how that's pronounced?
Yeah, pretty much. I mean, maybe it's a bit of an English, Englishism.
Maybe,
to it, but
yeah.
It is just funny that her name is just Chen Chen.
Chen. Yeah.
So this is how you get the duplicate tokens, which are what you use to level up their staffing, which I imagine Chen probably is already 5-star because I've had her plenty. Yep. 5 enhancements or whatever this is called, potential. And then if you get extra ones of those, you can convert them in here to get this specific currency, which is the currency you use to buy those 5 extra tickets every season, but every character banner. But then there's a bunch of other stuff in here that you can also buy, like you can buy those special level up materials and whatnot, which, I probably should now. I've banked like $3,000 of this stuff over time.
Right, yeah. You got way more than these things cost.
Yeah, and you only need, so it's 70 times 5, so you only need like a couple of hundred to buy the 5 tickets every time.
Mm. Yeah, you're sorted for another 10 seasons with your current loadout.
And then there's this specific type of currency that comes from getting... What does that come from? It's like getting new characters or something. I forget. It's a mess of currencies, as these things tend to be.
Of course.
But then you also have the basic headhunting where you can get... These are the standard 6 stars. So this is where if you get the free basic headhunting permits, you can spend those there. Which, again, I've got 5, and you're not going to spend 5 plus currency. You're going to wait until you have 10, and you're not going to do them one by one, because that's really annoying.
Right, yeah. Well, I mean, I guess you could if you really want to live up that ride that animation.
Yeah, you could. And then the other thing that people sometimes complain about is the fact that obviously when you're pulling characters, you don't get weapons, and weapons are on a different currency again. And the main way you get that currency is from getting characters.
Oh, weird. Okay.
So it can lead to this slightly awkward problem where if you get a new character early, because you haven't pulled enough characters, you don't have enough currency to then get their weapon.
Huh. That's confusing.
Yeah, it is slightly weird. But again, I've been banking it, so I've got enough to pull at least...
Wait, so what if a character...
maybe only one more weapon.
So what if a character doesn't have their weapon? What is that a thing? Or...
Well, there's in the monthly pass thing, even the tier you get for free, there's a weapon that is like the secondary version of their weapon that's not as good, essentially. So every character will always be able to get at least a decent weapon, if not the perfect weapon.
I see. Okay, so you they have a weapon you can level if you want, but what you're really wanting to do is wait for their pro weapon or something to turn up.
Yes.
And there's only 2? Is that what we're saying? There's only 2, like a basic and a enhanced?
Well, kind of, because there's a lot of other 5-star and even some 6-star weapons that are not necessarily attached to any character. It just depends on what the stats and bonuses are, whether they work well for a specific character. Because for example, in On Japan here, it's after the wielder consumes vulnerability, and his main thing is consuming vulnerability. But if it was a character that doesn't consume vulnerability, then that bonus is completely useless.
Yeah, it means nothing.
But this isn't his specific weapon, or at least I don't. Well, it might be. I don't actually know what his specific weapon is. I don't think it is.
Ancient Canal. So, all right. So specifics wouldn't. The specifics aren't always 6-star, is what you're saying? They.
Well, because he's a 5-star character, his specific weapon might also be 5-star.
I see. Got you.
I don't actually know. Because if I go over to Mifu, who is a 6-star, her weapon. Oops. Her weapon is the one specifically for her that I pulled with the weapon currency. And as you can see, it gives her a bunch of bonuses to do with physical susceptibility, crush, and vulnerability, which is all the things she does.
Right, yeah.
So if you didn't have that, I think I might, if I go into this menu, this is the crate where you get the alternate weapons, and this greatsword is the alternate secondary weapon for her. So you can see that you still get physical damage bonus, and when you cast battle skills or combo skills, you gain physical damage, but it doesn't have any of the specific bonuses for like vulnerability and stuff.
I see, yeah.
So it's not necessarily, it's still got the right stats for her, but it's not going to be necessarily as powerful as her special weapon.
Hence why that's a 4?
No, it is still a
still a 6, okay.
But yeah,
because I was in that menu, there was some other thing that looked a bit starry, and I was like, "Well, okay, I'm not quite sure what that means either." But or if that's just flair.
So what was that?
Yeah, bring up that menu again and bring up the detailed, like
the leveling. That's the weapon level caps. So there's like level caps of like 20, 60, 80, and 90 or whatever. So what those symbols are for.
Oh, okay. So what, the fact that there's 4 of them means it's like stuck at 90 and it can't.
Yes. So if I go look at Japan's one, because I've only leveled it up to 20, it only has the first one
only got one
highlighted.
filled in. Okay, yeah. So those ones in the, well, what shop I assume that we were looking at are already fully upgraded.
Yes, it's so you can see what it's like when it's fully upgraded.
Oh, I see.
You don't get the fully upgraded one. It's just like
preview.
So you can look at what the stats are.
Yeah, okay, gotcha.
Right, and I guess that's...
Herein lies the rub, I think. It's like, for all the style, it's like, spreadsheets. Actually,
well,
underneath spreadsheets.
It's not super spreadsheety. Like, I've just been playing it a lot. Like, I haven't necessarily been paying attention to what I've been doing, but that's just because I do everything.
Fair enough.
But yeah, as I said, it does
kind of feel like a game where you could just I'm just doing it.
Yeah, I mean, that is how, like, it doesn't feel like it restricts you in any way by, like, not having characters. Like, I think when I first talked about it on the podcast, I said I'd mostly only been playing with the main characters for the first, like, whole area. It's like, they're not like, bad at the game. You still play the game with them. They might just not be as cool.
Right, yeah.
So yeah, as you can see, I'm saving up again to get one of the characters after him, because I've only got 20,000 of the basic pool currency, so it's 5,000 per 10, so that's only another, 40 out of the 100 more I would need to guarantee getting him.
Right, I see, yeah. And
because of the way that guarantee goes away every time it goes to a new character, there's no reason to waste pools if you can't get to that 120
yeah,
at least.
I see what you mean. Yeah, you build up, save up enough cash so when one comes up that you can actually guarantee.
You actually want.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just burn it all.
Yeah, which is another thing that people have a problem with this system in this game. The idea that number doesn't carry over between characters.
Yeah.
That's how it works in a lot of the other ones.
I can see that. Yeah, I can definitely see that, because it's like, well, I've been spending all this cash and now, oh, whoops. I've badly timed that, and thus that yes. guarantee is gone.
But that's the thing that, like, makes it from the other perspective on that is that, like, it's better because it's teaching you not to gamble as much.
I suppose, yeah.
It's teaching you to actually save up the money until you can guarantee the result.
Oh my gosh, responsible financing.
Yep. Well, when you're not spending literal money to just bypass that whole thing, of course.
Well, yes. Responsible financing for the poor.
For the free to play.
That's not quite what I meant. All right. Well, that's the death of agriculture.
Yep. Oh, one very last thing I want to point out, just because that animation just happened in the Edmund's idle animation. I think this is really funny because in the lore of, well, original Arknights and to some extent this one, the Originium stuff, which is all the administrator's abilities, that material is like super toxic, essentially. It's like if you breathe it in, you get a disease that will eventually kill you, except in Enfield they've sort of semi-cured it rather than in original Arknights where you kind of inevitably just die.
Right.
Which means that animation that the administrator does is basically just smoking a cigarette.
Oh, right,
It's like
yeah.
you're just wafting cancer particles around.
Yeah, I guess. But it's like, yeah, I'm fine with that. Like, I can be cured or resurrected or whatever.
Yeah, I mean, the administrator is probably kind of immune to it since it is just like she controls it directly. But like that animation where it's just like you smash it and then all these particles fly out. It's like you're breathing a smoke cloud essentially.
Or at the very least, you're subjecting it all around you to some passive.
Yeah, exactly. Just like passive smoking.
Yeah, have some passive particles. You're welcome.
I do find that funny. Although, really, the majority of your characters are already infected anyway. Like, if you go and look at their backstory or whatever in their profile, you can tell which ones have been infected already. They have medical data.
Is this why this world has the weird, like, cloning? Like there's only one of you in this world at one time, but you'll come back when you're done?
Kind of. I mean, that's a whole other thing. The whole, like, all your characters being clones that come out of the protocol space in the Originium. It's a very complicated bit of lore, that.
That's what half explains why they're infected if they come out of the Originium.
You'd think so, but I don't think that's actually the case. Like, I think you can be a clone without automatically being infected, which is really weird. I don't know how that's meant to work.
Anime.
Yep, it sure is.
That's how that works. Anime. All right. Well, thank you for that. That dive into
deep dive.
Fairly deep, yeah. Fairly deep and long. Euphemisms. How am I putting some credits on screen? Hopefully not in the same way.
Fire them in with an orange crystal of some kind.
Oh, God. Okay. Well, maybe there'll be like just a casual orange glow over the title card as it sort of smashes it in her hand like this. That would be badly timed because I realised my audio is probably several seconds behind the actual video, but never mind. Never mind. I'll make it work. Thank you for watching. This has been a Happy Salad video thing. You can watch more of these on this here YouTube channel. Just use that mouse. Click mouse. And you will find more of them. But there's also a podcast that we do. If you want to hear some of this bants without the visuals, you can do that. It's over at happysalad.net. It's called The Saladcast. You can find it on other podcatchers and Spotify, stuff like that. It's available. It's available now. Thank you. Like and subscribe. Take us out, Zach.
Oh no, I have to do it. Bye.